G'day, here we are again. Welcome back to the Weekend Warriors. These boys have stitched themselves up by allowing Stobie Stobes to intro this week's episode, so good luck to you. Just so you know, it is going to be shorter. You obviously got a bit annoyed about us doing one long episode, so we'll split them up into two shorter ones. So we're going with a preview of the weekend and all sport involved. It's going to be a beauty. It's exciting. We're ready to go. Hopefully we can find some value for you out there this weekend because we are the Weekend Warriors and we've got to practice what we preach at some stage, don't we, boys? How are we going?
Absolutely, mate. Great intro. Are we starting this again or are you happy with that, boys?
Take three. Take three.
Look,
no.
That's the GOAT, mate.
Shorter episode this week, doing a preview and then straight back into the World Cup preview, which I'm bloody excited about as well. But we'll preview the weekend sport, and also in between the questions, we'll do a little bit of a quiz because we got some awesome feedback to hear that people enjoyed that. So we'll mix it up, but we won't have our regular segments because we'll save that to our early week ones. Bloody excited to get into it, lads.
Yeah, bloody let's go. We'll crack into a bit of code to start off the episode with another round of the MPC, boys. And shit me, this is turning out to be quite the competition. And we start off down at Forsyth Bar down in Otago. And fuck me, I'll be barred up for this one. Otago versus Canterbury. Canterbury obviously fighting to stay in the hunt here for a top four berth, and they'll have it all to play for. Fijian flyers on both wings for the Cantabs as well. Manasi Mataele and Waisaki Nine Holos on the wings, and that looks like the danger for Otago.
That's Waisaki, SpongeBob's cousin.
That's the one. That's the one. I've got Canterbury 13 plus here, lads. They're going to go hunting for that bonus point victory. They're $1.48 head to head at the TAB, 275 13 plus. What have you guys got?
Yeah, tell us which one to speak next.
Yeah, which one? Come on, mate.
Fucking hell. Done the podcast before? I'll go, mate. So 13 plus with Canterbury, absolutely. 270, I've got them. They'll be too strong, and surely they've got to play some good bit of footy. They've actually been a bit average this season. I'm not actually that confident in this one.
Yeah, Canterbury average, bang average. Compared to what they used to be, they're just not the same. So I do think they'll win. Otago just aren't up to it, but I think it'll be 1-12. I don't think Canterbury are up to pongoing these guys. So it's in Dunedin and Forsyth Bar. Canterbury 1-12.
Very nice, very nice. Saturday, we have Taranaki versus Manawa 2 Turbos. My Taranaki lads are humming at the moment, boys. Hey, the only undefeated team left in the competition. Wow. Criminal that they're in the championship when you think about it. They've beaten every premiership team this year. So they're the only undefeated team, 6-0 to be exact. Although I do think this will be a bit of a tight game. I've got the Naki boys getting up 1-12, and that's paying 320. Stobie, what have you got for us?
I've gone Taranaki to continue their winning ways, and Pongo, the Manawa 2 Turbos 13 plus should be I reckon it'll be a walkover. Easy money.
Yeah, I'm the same. A team I've probably underrated so far while we've been doing it and been proven wrong plenty. So I need to stop underestimating these blokes. Their record, just because they're in the championship, I've just kept underestimating them, but they've proven it with 6 on the trot and looked really comfortable against everyone. I reckon they touch up the Turbos.
I mean, the fact that them would go and live in New Plymouth speaks volumes about how well these boys play their code. So Wellington versus Southland in the game in this weekend's friendly non-competition game. I thought on first glimpse, I actually thought this would be quite interesting just to see how the sides stack up and whether Wellington just chuck in a whole lot of newbies. But they've actually they've named a pretty strong team.
Yeah, very.
So I'm gonna, which is surprising. I thought they might have rested a few boys, but no, they've gone all guns blazing. So they obviously want to keep building on that confidence that they've had over the last few weeks and get a few miles under the legs for the fellas. So I've got Wellington 13 plus in this, Jack.
Yeah, absolute same. And based on the same reasons that they've picked, a near full strength side, which is surprising in a friendly, which was the best chance for Southland to get into the game was them treating it a bit more like a friendly. I see them getting up massively and putting them to the sword.
Yeah, I've only just looked at the lineups, to be honest, for this.
Most unprepped guy.
Yeah,
oh, hang on.
He had steered the Stags in his tipping until we've mentioned it.
I still have Wellington 13 plus, you loser. But I wasn't too sure, to be honest, because I wasn't sure what sides they'd put out, whether Southland would go strong, Wellington light, but obviously they've chucked their big guns into it. So yeah, I think the $1.67 for Wellington 13 plus is happy days, to be honest.
Yeah, it's not bad. And then we move into the Shield game as well, which will be another cracker. Game of the weekend for me, Ranfurly Shield. It's the last Shield defense of the year for the Bay. Sides are yet to be released, so we'll wait and see how that one comes out. But there's going to be a lot of emotion in this one. Obviously, after the tragic passing of Sean earlier this week, a lot of these boys would have played with Sean or against him. So I think this game in particular, there'll be a lot of emotion in it. And it's going to be, obviously, Hawke's Bay have been one of the form teams of the comp, and Waikato perhaps a little bit inconsistent. Obviously started off with a hiss and a roar, but probably been a little bit shaky the last couple of weeks. But I think, this is... Everyone loves getting up for a Shield game, and these boys have more reason than ever to give it a good nudge here. I think this is going to go to extra time. I think it's going to be real close. So I'm going to call extra time, but I'm going to say that the Magpies get the job done here again, just 1 to 12, $3. Stobes, how do you see it, mate?
I think the same in terms of what's sort of happened. Like, I think Waikato have been very inconsistent. They obviously went down to the mighty Northland men. But yeah, they've been all over the place. And I think the Bay have been bloody good. And in that last title defence, they wiped the floor with Tasman and didn't really look like they had to do it. It wasn't too much effort. So I've gone the same. I've gone Hawke's Bay 13 plus, actually at 230.
So, Jack.
Yeah, look, I've underestimated Hawke's Bay again. That's probably says a lot. I've had a lot of shockers, even though I'm going all right in the tipping. But Hawke's Bay are ones that just have a lot of pride in that Shield, and they're gonna want to hold on to it for the off season. And that's a big carrot to chuck in front of a team to go, this is yours till next season, boys. We'll see you next year. Sort of mentality, like they're gonna want to earn that. I go 1 to 12 at threes. I think it'll be another, a Shield classic. But I think, the Bays hold on.
Very good. And in the last game on the Sunday, we got the Bay of Plenty Steamers versus the Northland Taniwha. I mean, let's be honest, boys. Is anyone really going to watch this game? Who the fuck are the Taniwhas? They suck. Bay of Plenty 1 to 12 at 3:30. Thanks for coming, Jack.
Look, with this one here, we'll touch, obviously in the last party we spoke about Sean, and this is his most recent team, but he's also got one of his best mates is in the Northern side, as well as another schoolmate, so Blake Hohire and Josh Goodhue, and then the Bay of Plenty boys. So I'm really looking forward to watching a weekend where I imagine they're going to pay some respect to him and his whānau. But I reckon all the games are going to have an extra bit of oomph in it this weekend. And I think this will be one of them where, some mates and also his teammates just go hell for leather for, in his memory. I still look, in all honesty, I do see Bay of Plenty being too strong at 13 plus. But I will watch this because of those reasons that I said. So yeah, one of his best mates in the Northland side from school days. Stobie?
Yeah, I'm the same with you, Jack. I went the Bay 13 plus. Similar reasons. I think they'll be really, really fired up for this. As you say, Northland has some pretty close ties as well to Sean. But yeah, I think Bay of Plenty will get up massively for this one and do a number. They're just too strong anyway, but with the added extra on top, I think 13 plus $1.72.
Good. There'll be some good games to watch this weekend. And I think you're bang on, Jack. I think everyone will be playing with a little bit more oomph this weekend after what's been a pretty tough week for that rugby community in general. So I believe we've got the first round of the quiz now, Jack. What have you got for us, mate? Introduce it. What have we got in store? Because I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah, and absolutely. So I'm going to be quizmaster for today, gents. Stobie did a great job last time in hosting the Benji Marshall quiz for Caleb and I. And today we're going to do the 2020 World Cup history. right? And favour of the fact that we've got that coming up this week. So Stobie, your little notebook full of facts that you showed us before, hopefully that comes in handy with some history. You might be on the front foot, Rain Man over there. Look, I said before I got it incorrect. Your name is not your buzzer. You may choose your buzzer. So Len, buzzer, please.
How's that?
All right, the campus. How's that I've ever heard? Stobie.
What's my one going to be? Fuck, I've been thinking about this and just can't come up with anything. So I'm going to
Quack. Should be quack.
No, I'm going to go bolo. I'm just bolo.
Okay. All right. Thanks for that. All right. So it's just going to be one question at a time between the sports. So you won't have a quick chance of redemption. All righty then. So this is one question you get a bonus point if you get the second half of it right as well. So who has the highest World Cup score at 2020 World Cup history?
How's that?
Len.
Shane Watson.
Stobie.
Do I get a redemption?
You get a go just because I want to hear it.
Who's got the highest score in the 2020 history is what you're asking, basically.
Oh, 2020 history.
No, World Cup.
In World Cup history. T20 history. Yeah. Right.
No, T20 World Cup, right?
Yes, T20 World Cup fucking history. Listen to the question.
Yeah.
Is it Chris Gale?
No, you suck. All right, it was Brendan McCullum, New Zealander, 123 of 58 nuts against the Bangladesh. You guys suck.
Who's that?
Oh, fuck me.
Fuck, that's not good, is it?
All right, back to you, Len, for some rugby so we can avoid how awkward that was.
Can only get better. International rugby's back again this week, boys, after about a 3 or 4 week hiatus. And boy, we've got an absolute ripper. We've got, to be fair, actually, I didn't even know this was on until I checked the weekend schedule, but will be interesting to see what Seaside, the old Aussies, put out. The old Japanese whalers shouldn't be too much of a challenge for the Wallabies, but you never know. The old Brave Blossoms, they love an upset every now and again, and we'll wait and see. I mean, I won't be tuning in to watch it, to be fair, because I don't think Wallabies will chuck out too strong a side, and it'll probably be at a really unreasonable hour. But common sense says the woeful Wallabies win at 13 plus, and at $1.83, that looks like some absolute jam for me. A good multiplier for the Maltese this weekend. Anyone see that any different or anything to add there?
Quick question, Stobie, what were you up to? If you're on the YouTube channel and you're just watching Stobie while Len was talking, swaying like he was in a boat, what were you doing?
Me?
No, the other Stobie. What were you doing?
When?
During that, you were like rocking like this.
Oh no, I've just got some real tight lats, fellas, and I'm just trying to stretch them out.
Well, just pay attention while we're on here for half an hour.
I'm fucking listening.
13 plus.
Constant stitch-ups.
$1.83. He does one intro. Thinks he's King Dingaling. $1.83. Australia too strong, regardless of what side they put out. There'll be 13 plus this game.
Yeah, rock on. Same thing. I do like Japan and their courage and stuff when they play. They play with a lot of heart, but yeah, not tonight, brother.
No, not tonight at all. The old ABs. In my mind, this is nothing but a money-making exercise. One to scratch the back of the old big multinationals and chuck a couple dollar bills at our grassroots rugby. So not going to complain. So we get to see the ABs run out again at is it in Chicago? Washington this time. Okay, very good.
You say I don't fucking prepare. This is your segment.
8:30 on
mate. There's fuck all going on in the ABs. They haven't released anything yet.
8:30 Sunday. It's on Sunday morning, so that'll be nice. We'll wake up for you if you don't want to sleep in on your Sunday.
Yeah, it'll be good to have a little rosé over breakfast with some bacon and eggs and watch the ABs. Okay. So that's what I'll be doing on Sunday. So I hope you boys join me.
Yeah.
But anyway, we've gone picking 10-point margins. So I've got the ABs 50 to 60 here, full of emotion, looking to pay tribute to Sean. 550, 50 to 60. I don't think I'll name a full strength side. I think it'll, just run of a mill AB side, and I'll get the job done and just try a few things. Stobie?
I went 61 to 70 at fours. They won by that margin last time out, so that's my logic. Just went with that. I don't really know. It could be anywhere around that margin, so we'll go with that. $4.
Yeah, nice. Look, their recent history is getting better and better as they invest into their rugby program off the back of the success of the Sevens. I'm going to completely go against what I've just said, that they are an improving outfit but it is something that I've noted when I looked at some of their recent history. It is good to see like they got close with reasonably like within 20 points of England, which is fantastic this year. And they're on the improve. But look, I've got full faith that the boys are going to go fucking nuts this weekend. They're going to perform Kapo Panga and they're going to just go crazy for Sean. And they're going to go 80 fucking to how many is $4.50. They're going to give them an absolute toweling and let them know who's daddy this weekend. And I'm very excited to see the boys put in a really hearty performance.
Yeah, no, it'll be good to see them score a few more tries again after those couple of tight games against the Sappers. So yeah, expected clinic as usual from the ABs. Jack, I believe, are we up to round 2 of the quiz, or are you going to give us some juice on the UFC this weekend, mate?
I'm going to do UFC first, and then we'll get a question in.
Nice.
Look, this card isn't one that I was following as much, probably because of the lack of New Zealand presence. So I've brought in some experts who wouldn't send me a voice message, the prick. So I've got to read what they've said. But look, there's still Vettori versus Costa, which Israel Asanya's come out and got something around wanting to watch his kids fight or some shit like that, basically because he's whooped them both, and he's always good value for a bit of that. So I've got here. Look, I'm not big on what this card's going to be up to, so I got one of my mates who's big on it who chucks on these multi. So I'm going to put up what he thinks is going to happen, and if the listeners get some value out of it, sweet. All good. I'm not going to say, I can't even say the first name. Nehu Miranu. If you guys saw what I could see in front of me, you wouldn't read it either.
Nehi Milner Scudder.
Yeah.
That's what I thought you'd say.
By decision, Trinaldo. By decision, Wu. By decision, Dawson. No, Wu, not who.
Nehi Milner Scudder versus Cristiano Ronaldo.
Trinaldo, his cousin. Dawson by decision and Vettori by decision if he doesn't catch Costa's hands early doors. So, obviously no knockouts. Dan
Vettori continuing his career in cricket.
Bowling Dan. So that's what he's got on the list there, all by decision. And if you go all of that with the head-to-head plus the method, that's at $180. Maybe don't put the rent on it, but that's what someone reckons if you want to kind of chop that up into pieces. On a head-to-head front, that's $6.38, those fights. And then when I asked what about the woman, he said, I wouldn't bet on the chicks because that's like betting on a roughie in a greyhound race. So that's what he put.
I want to hear his tips then for the fucking
Stopes will be right into that.
Yeah, bloody hell.
That story you chucked up of the greyhound in the pond was fucking hilarious. Just to throw that out there.
I
got so many messages about that.
Classic.
But yeah, UFC will be good. In a few weeks. There's some. Obviously the Kiwis soon, and then Kaikara France in I think 6 weeks time as well. So we'll do proper previews for that. This is just chucking up some opinions from people that know a bit more. But yeah, if you reckon Costa's going to win, he's going to do it early. He's going to knock him out. And if you reckon Vettori's going to win, he's going to go for points is the main kind of thing there. Other than that, we'll just roll on here, gents. Unless you guys had a thought before we move on.
No, mate. Let's try and get some points on the board with this quiz.
Yeah, because this could get real awkward if I need to start thinking of some more questions because you can't get it. Alrighty, gentlemen. Same theory again around the last one. So in 2020 male cricket World Cup history, who has the most wickets and how many does he have?
Oh, fuck, I saw this today.
Someone surely use a buzzer at least. Yeah.
Dal Steyn?
Fuck off.
I saw it today as well.
Caleb, if you get this, you do get a point just because this sucks.
It'll be it'll be like Malinga or something. I'm gonna go Afridi, Shahid Afridi.
Got him, yes. Shahid Afridi is correct. With how many Google dance? I mean, how many wickets does he have?
Fuck, how many World Cups would he have played? He played in the last one. He would have played in pretty much all of them, mate. There's been like 4 World Cups. 5 World Cups. Say he takes 6. he would have got 6 wickets in each World Cup. That's like 30, mate, like 33?
39, unlucky. There's only, wait, 1, 2.
There's 6.
Oh, yeah, 6 World Cups. So if you want to chuck on another little bit, if you chuck on another 6, you were right, actually, so you can have it. No, I'm only kidding.
Thanks.
No, just 1 point for a free dig, but I did give it one to you.
I should get minus a point for picking Dale Steyn. That was a shocker.
Yeah, that wasn't great. Alrighty, gents. We'll move right along into some tall man territory with a bit of basketball then.
Yes, the NBA is back, baby. How good? How bloody good. Yesterday, kicked off. Couple of crackers. The Bucks up against the Nets. 2 of the early season favourites going head to head. And I thought the Bucks blew them out of the water, to be fair. They look fucking sharp. They look real on. And they just look like a really gun all-round team, to be fair. Nets obviously missing Kyrie, and we don't know when he'll be back due to his inability to get the vax. Interesting decision by him, but there's about 20 other NBA players that are anti-vax, I believe is what we call them. But so it'll be interesting to see how that impacts the season and impacts the Nets as well, because that could be interesting. And then the second game was the GS Wars up against the Los Angeles Lakers. And geez whiz, the Lakers looked bang average. The Wars looked pretty fucking good. LeBron still by far the best player in that fucking Lakers team. Is unreal. Holy shit. For a man that's aging and slowing, he still looks $1 million, definitely worth his money. With that, we thought we'd have a crack at picking the winners. So Jack, who do you reckon is going to take it out this year? NBA, get at me.
The Bucks at $7.
$7 bucks.
$7 I reckon they're going back to back. That was my own opinion, and I didn't ask anyone else.
Good to see you just fucking copied me. I can't believe I just dished that straight to you. Jack goes, before we jumped on, oh yeah, so like, what are the Bucks doing? I was like, yeah, I'm backing the Bucks to go back to back here. Look like a good all-round team.
Oh shit, is that what you said? Fuck, I didn't realize with my pen and paper.
So two of us are on that. And if you wondered where he got his Rory McIlroy tip from as well last week.
Fuck off, that was me. That was because he was crying.
Stobes, who are you on, mate?
I am going with the Warriors to win.
GS Wars. I like it. I actually don't mind that.
Klay Thompson,
what are they paying? 12?
$12, yeah. So I thought that was a bit of value. I'd have had a bit of help with this one with my man in the stand, but yeah, Klay Thompson back, so go the Wars. And also Omen bet, surely. First season of the Weekend Warriors, and the Golden State Warriors get up. How good? And the New Zealand Warriors, go the lads.
Is that your early season tip for the NRL next year?
Oh my God.
The Weekend Wars. 2022 is our year, baby. Let's go. The funny binned off Canterbury.
Imagine that as a multi. I'm gonna figure that out while we're on here.
All the Warriors.
What the GS Wars to win the NBA, the Vodafone Wars to win the NRL, and the Weekend Wars to win
to not be cancelled.
No, I like it. We'll get into the MVP picks. Stovey, I liked your GS Wild ones. I don't think they're going to quite go the distance and win, but I think they will have a big season. As you mentioned, Klay Thompson back helps a lot. And for that reason, my MVP this year is the chef, Steph Curry. He's going to whip up some magic. Picked up a cheeky little triple-double in the game yesterday, and it was one of the most sort of just like undercover triple-doubles you'll see. But yeah, no, he's in for a big one. MVP, baby.
Interesting one, eh? He afterwards, even like he wasn't even happy with his performance. He said he played shit, and that was his first one for a while. So he looks hungry from what I was kind of reading or watching some video of.
Yeah, no, definitely agree with that. And $8.50 for him to win MVP there, fellas. Stovey, who have you got, mate, to win MVP?
I've gone with the GOAT, Giannis. He'll be getting it this season.
Very nice. And Jack, have you seen any differently, mate?
You want to say what Giannis is paying, Stover? Just say him.
Giannis is paying $6. I think he probably is the favorite, and for good reason. He's a beast, man. He's such an animal, so hard to go against.
Alrighty, and before I say mine, for Golden State Warriors to win the NBA and the New Zealand Warriors to win the NRL, paying $372 as a multi.
Value.
Mate, I reckon we slap a hundy on that.
Oh my fuck off.
That would be so good though. Imagine that coming home.
If anyone wants to
Okay.
sponsor the podcast and make that their first act, you heard it here first. Thanks for coming. But yeah, so I look, that's oh fuck it, I'll put some money, $1. So anyway, Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant is my MVP for this year, and you're not allowed to ask me why. That's my opinion. Cool. $7.50.
Very nice. And sixth man of the year is our last one that we're going to have a crack at. And Jack, I'm going to flip it over to you, mate. Can you explain to us what sixth man is?
Yeah, look, at 5'8", this is not my sport, so I had to ask what it was pre-show. But thank you for saying it and just cracking up laughing. Look, my inside all reckons that Jordan Clarkson's looking the goods. I hope I can't open my message in time, but I think he plays for the Jazz, and they're just looking like a slick outfit. And he'll be paying. He's favourite for it as well. I think he might be at sevens. I asked the guy that was giving me some help. I said, "Oh, Paddy Mills," because obviously he's Aussie, so it's closer to home. He's like, "Oh yeah, maybe." So no, just Jordan Clarkson at sevens.
Very nice. Stovey, who have you got for me?
I go on with the Aussie, Paddy Mills, paying $11. The Brooklyn Nets. Go
Very
Nets.
nice. Gary and I have gone with a young fella by the name of Tyler Hero, plays for the Miami Heat. I rate this kid, actually. Had a good season last year. He looked good. I reckon he'll get better this year. And if he has a big season, expect the Heat to go sort of deep into that playoffs, and at $11, yeah, it's an absolute jam for me. So I'll be getting on him. So
I had
all in all.
Sorry to interrupt, but before you pass it on, I had a real rogue option for six man, which was if the Lakers put Westbrook on the bench, he could be a real smoky for that one. Just saying.
There you go. Options all around, but we'll wait and see how that one unfolds anyway over the course of a very long season. So might be getting on, and we might be having some jam later on or next year when we find out who wins. What are we up to now, Jack? We got another question.
We have another question. Okay, gents. So this one here, have you guys got pen and paper or not? No,
I do if I need it.
No, it's all right. No, because I was going to get to see who's closest to it. Fuck it. All right. Get your fingers ready. What we're going to be doing is on the count of three, you're going to say what the oldest player to ever play at a 2020 World Cup, how old he is or how old he was. So the oldest age that's ever been at the 2020 World Cup, how old was he? And
can you please say T20? Because 2020 has fucked me up in this quiz 3 times already.
Oh, fuck me. All right. T20 World Cup history. What's the age of the oldest person?
So do I just say it?
No, how's that?
Are you guys fucking dumb? I said, I need you to put your fingers up because you're both going to do it at the same time so that you guys don't copy each other, but it's closest to.
Oh,
wait,
so how old?
Yeah. 3, 2, 1. So what's that? That's 53.
Mine's 38. No, 38.
38 and what?
42.
44.
Boom, bitches.
Who the fuck was that?
I didn't write that down. I think he was Canadian or some shit. Some old bloke, but yeah, 44 years of age.
Some old bloke. Yeah, he's doing well. Fucking hell, I don't even know if we were playing club cricket at 44. Jesus.
Nice. Well, that was the next question. Well done, boys. It only took me 4 tries to explain how to answer it. Thanks for that. Lads, we're going to go with NFL next. And Stobe, you're going to lead us in.
Yeah, NFL is happening again. There's a few games going on. Look, I'm not an expert. I don't follow this too closely, but it seems like we're putting 3 league multis on and hoping for the best each week. So we're going to have another wee nudge at that. The boys might be able to provide a little bit more insight into their reasoning. What I've gone with for my little setup is the Broncos in the first game, and then it's the Patriots and the Ravens. So the reason I've done that is the Broncos are the first game of the weekend. They're not the favourites, paying $1.90. If they win, the multi is going to win. If they lose, the multi it doesn't matter if the multi's over. So it's either going to win or it's going to lose early doors, and we don't have to worry about it. So that's me, and that's my name, and that's my story. What about you, Len? Anything special?
Yeah, I've gone the 49ers to beat the Colts. I've gone the Chiefs to beat the Titans, and I've gone the Panthers to beat the Giants. So that pays a nice little sum of about $3.31. And fingers crossed we can go one better this week. We've had two. We've been unstuck on the last leg the last couple of weeks. So fingers crossed we get them home this week, 3 from 3. And it'll be a nice little way to finish the weekend, Jack.
Yeah, look, I did mine quite a little bit more conservative than last week because I'm sick of getting 2 out of 3s. I want us to get some return on investment here. I've actually got two of the 3 same as you. I think we picked quite similar here. Len is 49ers, Chiefs, but then Green Bay Packers versus Washington at $2.57.
Oh, jeez.
Very, very nice.
So not much value, but I want to get a 3 from 3 finally,
So what are you slapping on
board.
that? That'd be like a $3 bet on that one. Solid $7 return.
All right, just move on to the next one, mate.
Sorry. No, yeah. Well, we'll move on then. We have EPL with Jack, unless you're giving us another one of your quizzes.
Yeah, I am doing that. Thanks for checking the schedule. And I shouldn't be teased for betting low. You shouldn't be encouraging more gambling. So, all right, lads. Who has represented 2 nations at a T20 World Cup?
Paulo. Luke Ronke.
No.
Chapman.
No.
Mark Chapman.
Fuck, I thought it was him too, actually. Think about that.
I'll give you 10 seconds if you can think of one more thing, just because this is awkward as fuck.
It'll be like an Englishman or you. Yeah, but you're a see, what you forget here is you're a fucking stiffy, and we just like the game. Like, you've just gone and like just pick.
These aren't that hard.
Questions.
They're the most common question.
No,
what would you have asked?
When was the first? Who won the first fucking T20 World Cup?
I've got one more question after this.
When was the first? What year was the first T20 World Cup played in? When who scored the most runs?
Oh, I did the highest score and I did the most wickets. That's close enough. Anyway, all right, you didn't get it. Dirk Nannes, that left arm bowler. Mate, open the bowling for Australia and
interesting. Who else did he play for?
Netherlands. And then we had Rolf van der Merwe.
The wild thing.
Oh, with 2 of the fuckers.
There was 2, but obviously I just needed 1.
What? And so both of them played for the Netherlands, and one.
I don't know about
Rolf
or Roloff. I just only knew what Dirk got up to, but the other guy was Van der Merwe.
I thought I was in with a shout there with Chappie, to be fair. But
he did play 2020 for T20 cricket for 2 nations. He just didn't go to a World Cup with Hong Kong, and he hasn't played at this one yet.
True.
But it would have counted. I don't know if he played at a previous, to be fair, but yeah. All right. EPL this round, lads. It's been good. Like massive weekend last weekend that we reviewed, and then this week we've had some more Champions League stuff. I mean, even just this morning, Manchester United 2-0 down at halftime. I bet them to continue losing because I thought there was some value in it, and then they came back and won 3-2, the cunts. So my morning wasn't so nice. And I finally did a bigger bet as well, so even worse because you guys teased me into them. So, but yeah, no, look, lots of football on, which has been bloody good. This weekend there's a couple of shoey games, which will just be Chelsea versus City, Chelsea versus Norwich, Manchester City versus Brighton. But then there's 3 games on the English Sunday, which is our Monday, which I reckon will be awesome. We've got Brentford versus Leicester. Brentford being a team that's probably overperforming this year and doing a lot of good stuff versus Leicester. We've been a bit shaky, but coming off a great win versus Man United and then a good midweek Europa League win, wanting to continue to press their claim for more European football next year. Then we've got Tottenham Hotspur versus West Ham United, which will be another, probably more a solid game. That'll be good to watch. But the main game of the weekend is my boys Liverpool versus Manchester United. Manchester United in and out of form, coming off a good win, and then the loss before, and then my boys are just on a roll. They beat Atletico Madrid 3-2 2 days ago or yesterday, and looking to roll on and try and chase Chelsea, who they're a couple of points behind in the league. So that will be a great game if you just like your football and want to go watch, or don't go watch it. It's in the UK, but check on the tally and watch that. And that's the EPL roundup. All right, lads, my last question. Hopefully we get a bit closer. So this is basically who are the winners of the T20 World Cup. So
How's
there's
that?
been 6 editions. I'll start because so I'll finish. 6 editions. Name the winners of each of them.
How's that?
Yeah.
In order or just any?
Well, to be fair, if you name, you'll both get an attempt at this, and whoever gets the most correct. If you do it in order, sweet. If not, just name the 6 winners.
India, West Indies, ×2. Australia would have won it once.
Yeah.
You go.
See, now you just fucked me up here.
Yeah, Stevie, shut your hole.
Yeah, you're a fucking wanker. I'm gonna say
2 more.
England and Pakistan.
Cool. And Stevie.
India, Pakistan, England, Windies by 2. India, Pakistan. Who did I say? India, Pakistan, England, Windies
Zimbabwe,
by 2. Sri Lanka.
Yeah, correct. Well done. 6
my
versus 5. Well done, gents. What a quiz. It had its highs and it had its lows. It had its complaints and you guys were confused as well. Was it a tie? I forgot to write your scores. It was just such a shambles.
It was a shit quiz, but good try.
Oh, fucking hell. Oh, Jesus. I thought it was good, Windows. I thought you did a good job, Windows. I think
Thanks,
Len
mate,
just needs to calm down. Len needs one of my calming teas, I think, this time.
Yeah, probably. I'm on the Steinlager Classic, so we all know that's an angry man's beer.
I can't believe you didn't say that's what you were having for breakfast on Sunday, considering they're sponsored by it, having a rosé with the rugby.
Yeah, it's
road call. Very road call to have a rosé with
the rugby. Len, though.
A rosé before
in the
night.
morning.
Yeah, you do a bottle of rosé before night.
Oh,
Who have you been hanging out with?
Clearly not you blokes, you fucking wet blankets.
Oh dear. Horsies, fellas. Horsies. How good? Are you envisioning? Are you pretending to be a jockey there? Are you?
I look like one.
Hurry nice. Up. All right. Yes, horsies. We got the Cox Plate this weekend, so that's a big one.
The what plate?
My Cox Plate. So that's the big one. A bit of talk about this race going around. Really interesting. Some interesting runners. It'll be interesting to see what you boys think. It's Group 1 race. Likes of Zaaki, Probabeel, the Kiwi, Animo, Moanga, Very Elegant, couple overseas horses. Should be an absolute beauty. There's some fucking beasts in there. I think my little preview of this race would be that Zaaki is going to pongo these little idiots, to be honest. I think everyone's underrating him. You're looking at a horse that's been $1.30 in 2 runs prior, and now they're offering up like $3. It's ridiculous just because it had one bad run. I was looking back. I watched the race last week. Craig Williams held him back. And it's just like me in a fight. You don't want to hold me back because fucking the next week shit's going to get loose. This cunt is going to go nuts. J-Mac's gone over just to ride him. And I think the way J-Mac rode Zaaki 3rd up last year in the Dooming Cup versus how Craig rode him last week is very, very different. J-Mac just lets the thing run, and I think it's going to win. It won by 7 lengths last year in the Dooming Cup, and I think this year J-Mac lets it run and it wins. Pretty good value for a horse that's just a freak. There's been a lot of talk about Animo, gets in very light, which is why, but I just don't think it'll be good enough. There's been a lot of talk about that, but away game came around against the big horses a few years ago. It was a massive talk. Everyone thought it was going to do a pretty good job, and it just got smoked. So I don't think so. A couple of questions on the overseas horses. Not too sure what to expect from them, and you never really know. You had like Sir Dragonet a couple of years ago, RIP to Sir Dragonet, came over and won with some fairly unknown form. So it could be interesting to see what they do. But long story short, lots of words. Zaaki is going to win. Len?
Yeah, mate. Cheers for including me in the conversation. I think I've got Zaaki as the favourite, and for a reason. Obviously, it's a fucking beast, as you said, and you can forgive it for a fucking bad run, man. Everyone's entitled to having a bad night out on the piss. from time to time, and that's all that happened. He fucking had one too many beers. He's got sideways, and just came fifth. So shit happens, and you fucking wipe it off, and you go again. And Zaaki's going to do it again. And I think he's the one to beat, definitely. Like you, Animo as well. But the other one, or my query or danger, I guess, is State of Rest. So overseas horse, you don't want to sleep on an O'Brien galloper. State of Rest, the name speaks for itself. John Allen aboard, coming off a grade 1 victory in the US, and it was, having a look at that track, it was quite a tight track as well, and obviously Moonee Valley not the widest, so it could actually suit a little bit here. I don't know, $11 and $3.30 I think it is, so it could be good each way juice there for the fellas. But he would be he's probably my odds pick there. But I think you can't look past Zaaki in this, but one for the multiples.
It is interesting, like you say, like that these overseas horses come over, and you just don't really know what to expect. I think the other ones that are interesting, like there's been a bit of money for Very Elegant, so I don't think you can ever discount her. Obviously proven at the level, and if there's a bit of rain about, potentially brings her into the game. Could be interesting to see how they go. But I'm with Zaaki. Jack, you want to give us your Cox Plate preview, mate?
Are you guys done? Sweet. Fuck me, that took ages. Look, I think Animo obviously has been amazing, and like what he did, happened last week, and I'm starting to get into the horses a little bit here, gents. It's actually bad. I was actually watching last week and playing beer pong by myself on the ponies. It was dangerous. But no, I think Zaaki's going to win, and that's that. I also think, are you talking about the other races now? Do you want my other picks, or like?
Are you doing?
Yeah, why not? Great.
Well, we're here, eh? Look, I think at the Valley race 6, Elephant at 2.9 is going to do the job.
Your mate Elephant again?
Yep.
Nice.
Have I picked him before?
Yeah, always as a favourite again. So
nice.
2.9
is all good though. And then I've got the ice. What is it? Just Ice Bart at 7.50 is my roughie race 9.
Nice. Those aren't too shabby. Nice.
Thank you.
Not too shabby.
I'm
not
glad
too
someone
shabby.
thinks that.
What do you got, Len?
What have I got? I've got a couple here. My best is my old mate Gravina, who I backed a couple of weeks ago, or 3 weeks back actually, and he was fucking flying home late and just missed against Big Parade. Posted the fastest final 800 meters and ran his last 200, I think, in just over 10 seconds, which is fucking flying. Drawn the fence as well, which helps definitely. So he should get a clean run to the line, all things going to plan. 250 for him to win looks absolute juice. So he's my best. My next best is, well, actually, I don't know where it's running yet. It's a horse called Starry Legend. Oh, yeah. And it's running at it's nominated for 2 races. So it's nominated on Friday night at the Valley Race 1. And it's also nominated at the Valley Race 2 on Saturday. So I think they'll run it in the Saturday. But anyway, he's an impressive 3-year-old, and he's a boy. He's won 3 from 4, and he will make this 4 from 5. Seems well suited to the distance. And that John Sadler, Michael D, that combo is lethal. Anytime those two come together, they seem to produce a pretty good horse and a pretty good run. So 290 for my next best. My roughie is at the Valley as well, and that is race 5, and that's another horse that won me a bit of money throughout the week, and it was actually one that we went head to head on, Stobes, and you picked something else, I think. But Maracana raced at Ballarat a couple of weeks back, and she's shooting for 3 in a row now. Brett Preble stays aboard her, and at 5.50 looks like some decent value there, so I'm going to back her home to go 3 on the trot. So those are my 3. Not a lot of value this week, but hopefully we can go one better than last week and actually find the line and pick up a couple first as opposed to just second places again.
the boys have shortened up quite a lot this week, going, fuck, we need to actually find some winners.
Yeah, I've got a couple others, but I'll let you get into yours before I list off my other 2, because some good stories behind them.
Oh, geez, I'm going missing. Computers flying everywhere. Nice. I do like those picks. There's some good value there. I've also gone with Gravina as my best bet. yeah, like it's been flying, missed a big parade, and I can't remember who missed who last time, but yeah, good horse, running well, should be hard to beat in that race. Randwick race 10 at 250. I've got my next best at is Zaaki, Moonee Valley race 9 in the Cox Plate. Like I said, I just think it's going to be very, very hard to beat, and I think people are writing it off one bad run. I can't believe you got $1.30, and everyone's fucking punting on it like hell for leather, and then you get $3 and you're like, oh nah, you fucking doing? Anyway, Moonee, so those are my two best, and I've got a little
say it,
multiplier.
Tell it properly.
Huh?
How do you really feel?
Shut up. I'm going to get emotional in a second, start crying. But I've got a little Stobie bank interest horse, which is Moonee Valley race 7 for Got You. $1.90, I think will be far too good for this lot. And my
is that
roughie,
is that Butson Young?
Butson Young is the one. Yes, Daniel Moore.
Yeah, that's nice. Daniel Moore aboard.
Yeah,
give me
should
more.
be far too good. Say no more. Say no more, Daniel Moore. And my roughie Randwick race 3, Battleton, paying 11s and 270s, gone 2 from 2. It's racing against a horse called Able Willie, who's a $2 pop. But what's so funny about that?
Able Willie's my one that I'm just going to tip out after this.
Oh no. Yeah, so Able Willie's obviously the favourite, and for good reason. You can tell your story about. I won't steal your thunder on that one, but it is a good horse. I've gone with Battleton because it's 2 from 2, progressive. Jason Collette on board, who's been fucking going unbelievable guns at the moment, so pretty good value. There is some other horses floating about that I'll probably do a little bit on later on as a separate thing, but there is some little naughty ones running around. Hopefully we can get some jam. Obviously, Len, you've got some available as we speak.
I might actually have to Quinella up your old mate with my Able Willie. Look, I like this horse because it's much like my Willie, just able. Look, it was fucking
barely. Should be barely able.
Look, he gets a weight drop. He's extremely impressive. He's got some really good late splits, and you don't often see Chris Wallace send a donkey to the stakes race unless it's going to do something. So I think he'll be in there and he'll be in it at the finish. So maybe a cheeky little box Quinella with your old mate who's 2 from 2, because I didn't mind that actually. I had a look at it, and yeah, that wasn't too bad. And then my other little naughty one as well, and I like this one especially if Starry Legend gets scratched from race 1 tomorrow, Friday night. Then this is a little Friday night filler for before we hit the Saturday races. So it's a bit of early oil for those that get on the pod and listen tomorrow. And this one's called Fake Love. So the name itself akin to how I find myself feeling, and you boys will attest to it.
Oh my God.
But yeah, look, it's a Mare Eustis trained horse, and it's got John Allen aboard. And look, word out of the stable again. Look, they gave me some good. Goes. Yeah, second. Second is how it goes, but we'll go one better this time. Look, last time she jumped was at Caulfield in September, and she led through the 1,000 meters there before fading late. So don't actually look at where she came, because she came dead last. But the horse that won that was General Bow, who's gone on to run some very good runs against some very good horses following that, and had the likes of Randwick and Forbes, who are also very fucking good horses in that race as well. So I think he's been freshened. He gets a gate speed, gets the inside draw as well. And if Starry Legend is scratched, then I think at $13 to win and $3.30 to place, a bit of Fake Love could be on the cards Friday night, baby.
Yeah.
And that's my name and that's my story.
Yeah, it was a long story. I don't know how you feel, Windles, but let's hope it was the Fake Love can do something.
I started counting how many times I reckon he's been in love this year. Off the back of that, I got real distracted. Sorry.
Oh dear.
What'd you land on? 13.
Nah.
Same.
I thought it was. I thought it had a 6. I thought it had a 6 on it.
16.
16.
6 times.
Oh, I was going to say, fuck me.
No, I'm not. We're not adding me to the list.
Yeah. Oh dear. Well, I tell you what. Hopefully hopefully we can find a few this week. It's been bloody good. There'll be a few little previews, I think, come out, a few IGTVs for you to look out for the Cricket World Cup, maybe a few Ponies, bigger previews coming out. But yeah, we're enjoying it, fellas. The support's been bloody good, and it's good to see a few of you getting around it. And we appreciate it. We wanna see more. So let us know what's going on, what we're doing well, what we're not, and if you want to get rid of me, well, fuck you.
Right.
What do you reckon, boys?
Okay. People on the fence are definitely gone now.
Thanks for coming, Stobes. We'll see. Good to see you had a beer, and we'll see you all again next week to do it all again. Is that the Warriors over and out?
Crack a couple beers, we'll talk about the sport. Maybe some other things, don't take us to court.
Boom, done.
When Jack's had enough.
How much?
Just the button.
Well, you did a great job of the outro, so I was like, oh fuck it, you guys have replaced me. I'm definitely becoming just the kit man with the podcast gear.
Well, you told me that I needed to lead it in, so I thought I'd lead it out, but
I expected you to fuck it up and we were going to redo it.
It's fucking that's so shit.
All right, we'll end the podcast with that. See you later, guys.
Shall we do it again then, shall we?
I just press stop now. I need to stop the YouTube one.
How much time is that?